आम तौर पे होता क्या है कि इस सेक्टर को जहाँ पे कि पैशन है, आइडियाज़ है, इंटरेस्ट है, कमिटमेंट है, जनरली ये सेक्टर फाइंड्स इट डिफ़िकल्ट टू एक्सेस फंडिंग थ्रू फॉर्मल क्रेडिट चैनल्स। और ये चीज़ को रिकॉग्नाइज करते हुए ही 12 साल पहले 2000 में द गवर्नमेंट डिसाइडेड दैट ये सेक्टर को सपोर्ट करना बहुत ज़रूरी है और उसके लिए एक एनेबलिंग एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट करना ज़रूरी है जहाँ कि बैंकिंग सेक्टर जो है वो एनकरेज हो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा फंडिंग करें। अगर आप बैंकिंग पर्सपेक्टिव से देखें फ्रॉम अ बैंकर्स व्यू पॉइंट, उनका भी कंसर्न बहुत लेजिटिमेट था बिकॉज दे डील इन पब्लिक मनी एंड एज अ बैंकर it is very paramount for the banker that whenever he lends he has to hedge that risk, and the sector is definitely a risky sector because it is started by first generation entrepreneurs. The business models are not established. So दोनों की बात जो है वो बिल्कुल सही है अपनी जगह। इन दोनों को मैच करने के लिए ही गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एंड सिडबी started what is called now as the credit guarantee fund trust for micro and small enterprises. अब 12 साल हो गए हैं इस ट्रस्ट को और ये शुरू हुआ जिसमें कंट्रीब्यूशन MSME का 80% है, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ MSME का, और 20% कंट्रीब्यूशन इज कमिंग फ्रॉम सिडबी। एक ट्रस्ट फॉर्म किया गया और ये काम चलाने का जिम्मा जो है इस ट्रस्ट को दिया गया है। तो शुरुआत में 2500 करोड़ का एक कॉर्पस क्रिएट किया गया और ये सोचा गया कि इसमें हमको पैन इंडिया ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा माइक्रो एंड स्मॉल एंटरप्राइजेस को कवर करने के लिए कौन सा बिजनेस मॉडल सही रहेगा। सो इट वाज डिसाइडेड दैट दिस स्कीम शुड बी ऑपरेटेड थ्रू वेरियस मेंबर लेंडिंग इंस्टीट्यूशंस एंड अकॉर्डिंगली वी रजिस्टर्ड ऑल द पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक्स, अ लार्ज पार्ट ऑफ प्राइवेट सेक्टर बैंक्स, many all India financial institutions, and a large part of regional and rural banks. Now, how does it work? You have a project, the banker has seen your project, he finds it's a viable project. Mind you, this is not a scheme to take care of non-viable projects. It's a viable project, but it's not getting funded because collateral is not there. This is where the Credit Guarantee Fund Trust steps in. So, you get your project financed by the banks. Banks in turn will hedge the risk by covering that proposal under the Credit Guarantee Fund Trust. So मान लीजिए फॉर एग्जांपल एक 10 लाख का लोन है, तो 10 लाख आपको बैंक ने लोन दे दिया है, बैंक वो प्रपोजल को हमारे यहाँ भेज देता है फॉर कवरेज ऑफ क्रेडिट गारंटी और उसको हम क्रेडिट गारंटी कवरेज करके 7.5 लाख की जो है हम उनको गारंटी देते हैं। दैट मीन्स वी शेयर द रिस्क ऑफ 75%. The 25% risk remains with the bank. So what happens is this encourages the banks to lend more and more to those sectors which are viable but which cannot be normally funded because collateral security is not available. CGTMSE does not direct a bank to lend to somebody else or not lend to somebody else. That decision is independent, that the banks take an independent view whether the proposal is fundable or not. It's only after they consider it as a viable proposal that they pass it on to us. When we started this scheme 2000 में, initial years में बड़ी दिक्कत आई because banks were not very keen to partner this scheme because of various reasons. There were some historical reasons also. So it took us a lot of time. So पहले 3-4 साल 5 साल काफ़ी जाके बैंक्स के साथ एंगेज होके उनको कन्विंस करना पड़ा कि ये बिजनेस मॉडल क्या है, वाई इट विल वर्क, हाउ इट विल वर्क, how because we have the entire business model is based on a B2B platform. There is no exchange of papers between the banks and CGTMSE when we do these operations. It's on an electronic platform. So we developed that, we stabilized it, and slowly the banks started coming in. As against 9 banks which started on year 1, today we have about 133 banks which are covered under the scheme, which includes all the public sector banks. So wherever you are in any part of India, you can approach any public sector bank. They are partners to this scheme, so you can avail of benefit from them. So literally this means that आप जहाँ भी हो, आपके पास आपके एरिया में there will be banks which are agencies for doing the credit guarantee scheme. From 9 institutions, we moved to 131. First year, we gave a guarantee of about 120 crores. Today, we have issued guarantees to close to 50,000 crores. We started with just about 200 units. Today, we would be almost touching 10 lakh units, which have got facility under the credit guarantee. हमारा ये विश्वास है कि a large part of this will have to be a collaborative effort, जहाँ पे कि industry associations जो है across India, इनका बहुत बड़ा major role रहेगा और इसी वजह से ज़्यादा industry associations के साथ काम करने का हमारा प्रयास रहता है. We are working with almost all active industry associations across the country. Whoever is prepared to do programs on a continuous basis. I can tell you that for a small organization which is CGTMSE, which we are running, it would not have been possible for us to reach these levels of operations, but for the phenomenal support that we have been getting from our settlers. We have two major settlers. One is Ministry of MSME, who has 80% share in the corpus, and SIDBI, which has 20% share of the corpus. So we have been getting phenomenal support from them, and that is what is actually encouraging us to move on. On behalf of CGTMSE, I would like to assure you that with regard to creation of awareness among the institutions, we would be happy to partner with as many associations as possible. We are sure that we will be able to meet up to the expectations of the stakeholders. On behalf of CGTMSE, I once again thank you for this opportunity.